Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Life Coach D coming at you, and I'm coming at you today with Vision Chronicles. So I do believe I left off telling the horrific story about what happened with the school district and me actually leaving and putting me on a different trajectory in life. It was one of the most devastating moments in my life. Now, mind you, all of the videos that I'm talking about, and I'm sharing all of these details with you guys, have to do with the fact that I'm doing all of this as a visually impaired person, not fully sighted. Dealing with resiliency and defying the odds has kind of always been my mantra, and it's been pretty much what I've had to do over the years. And so if I could fast forward to shortly after the lawsuit, I began to do mad as hell is I finished my first book that I got vision for in 1990, and then I ended finishing my whole trilogy within the next 4 to 5 years. And so I went from being a coach, an educator, working in special education with a specialty in autism, to actually becoming a published author, creating my own publishing company. Since then, I've not only published my 4 works, but I've published 3 other works from other individuals, and it's been truly amazing. And it's just so funny how life happens. And if I could try to connect some dots here, I had to go through all of this stuff, maybe so that I could venture out and do some things differently and walk into a new path in life, do some things entrepreneurially. I began to do some public speaking and did some leadership conferences and things of that nature. And I don't think any of this would have happened because being in work and then being a coach, it's a full-time job, you know. You're constantly preparing for the next season. You're preparing in the season, and then after the season's over, you're preparing for the next year. On top of that, I was, working in the school district and having to do what I had to do, and then I worked throughout the summer. So all that to say, truly devastating what happened. It's never fun when somebody says something about you that is not true, and the immediate response is always to defend yourself. But I learned years ago that the more you try to defend yourself out of a lie, the guiltier it makes you look. All of that to say, some amazing things has happened as a result of, the devastation at this particular district. But I stood up for myself and I fought. And like I said, when it was all said and done, I don't want to say I had to laugh because I didn't want to do anything to jeopardize anybody's job or anything, but because of their negligence and their lack of understanding of who I was and thinking I wasn't as smart as I was, they ended up having to be repositioned and leaving and demoted and everything else that happened. So once again, I'm not happy for that, but that was a part of the transition and the wisdom that God gave me to actually execute all of that. So that's what happened. And so up to date, I'm working on my 5th project, and it's just encouraged me to do a lot of things as an independent writer. It's encouraged me to do a lot of things from an entrepreneurial perspective, but it's also encouraged me to step out of my comfort zone. It's very, very easy, and I'll end with this, and this will be my encouragement as well. It's very, very easy when things are nice and fluffy. Everything is comfortable. There's no challenges for you to become very complacent. And it was as if where I was working and what I was doing was so good, it was so comfortable that I wasn't being challenged to do anything outside of that, although I had a whole lot of stuff going on in my brain. I had written down a lot of things and goals that I had wanted to accomplish, including my books and doing some other like motivational speaking and leadership conferences and things of that nature. And had that stuff not happened, I probably would still just be coaching and working, in special education. But that happened and it forced me out. And so if I can encourage anybody with this video, it would be to never get so complacent and so comfortable that you're not challenged outside of your comfort zone. Every now and again, mix up things, challenge yourself to do something different. And I always say, to go somewhere you've never gone, you got to do something you've never done. And so that's what I encourage you guys to do. Although my route came from a very detrimental perspective, I don't want you guys to have to get to this type of place in order to change or do something better or to pave a new path forward for yourself. So that is what I have. So until you guys hear from me again, I want you to remember your lives are very valuable. Much love. God bless you, and peace be the journey. Also, Vision Chronicles will continue.